Hello and welcome to yet another eating session with me. I have leftovers of allow me just to put the camera down. So I waited to mix it. Mix. This is leftover spaghetti with cream sauce and pork meat and mushroom, bacon. Oh, look at that. It looks good. I really want all of that. I want to scoop it. Scoop. Let's garnish with some freshly ground pepper. Freshly ground pepper and Icelandic flake salt. So this is luxurious salt because it is tiny flakes. Coming up again. Welcome back. And for drinks, I have a glass of apple juice, un vaso de jugo de manzana, un vaso jugo, yo bebo. Just practicing some Spanish. Yo bebo un vaso con jugo de manzana. Cheers. How close do I want to be to each other today? I gotta remember that thumbnail. Why do I get so silly? Oh my god, it's hot out here. It's hot. Something tells me that I am going to spill. I better move. Sorry. I have to open a window because you can. I don't know if you're even interested. I could. I don't bother. I just turn the camera around. Excuse me for my holder here, but as you can see, the weather is fine today. The sun. This might be one of the last days here in Denmark, at least, with a decent weather. We are having a heavy winds, expecting heavy winds tomorrow and a lot of rain, which reminds me that I should go mow the lawn, but do that today. That wasn't in my plans for today. pork meat. The mushrooms in here is actually mushrooms. It's mushrooms that we collected, that picked up ourselves in the forest. It's something called Karl Johan mushrooms, and brunstokket rørhat, which means you don't want to know that. It basically means that the stalk is brown. This is the first year that we try to pick our own mushrooms. And of course, when collecting your own mushrooms, you have to be 100% sure that it is the right mushrooms, that you haven't mistaken them with poisonous mushrooms. So there is a Facebook group called Mushroom Life, at least here in Denmark. That 14 days ago, that page was overflowing with questions about, is this mushroom safe? And there are rules in that group. You have to write where you pick, what kind of forest and what kind of trees that are growing near the mushrooms, and only one mushroom per picture, and pictures of the mushroom from all sides, and because you don't want anybody get mistake the mushrooms to get a poisonous mushroom. And I'm no expert in mushrooms, so of course I also, first time we picked mushrooms with my son, I had to write questions, and because we picked some mushrooms that were really, really slimy. They were slimy on top. But apparently you could have used them, but I learned that they could be eaten, but not as much with big gastronomical value, so to say. So I was sitting and thinking about if I should tell you about a story about haters. Haters here, you know, social media haters. So I made a couple of videos where I made a lip sync video to a gorilla song, and they blew up, and it was actually 100% a coincidence because, like, yeah, one of them has over 200,000 views, and it was in hours that it got over almost 200,000 views. And I found out it was because it was a lucky coincidence, because apparently Gorillaz started touring again, and they also had a Fortnite skin in Fortnite. But partly the reason why my video blew up might not have something to do with haters, because I got a lot of hate comments. Okay. Comments about me looking both 14 or whatever and 50 at the same time, and about that I was looking like the Grinch and all kinds of stuff, and I see that haters also like the hate comments. And first time I got, even here on YouTube, I had a hate comment. I decided to take that approach to it, that I don't want to get into a discussion or anything. Either just write, thank you for watching. I've seen my sis Mandy Foods ASMR do that. She also just writes, thank you for watching. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it is the algorithm that just pushes the video, even if it's hate comments or not. The algorithm doesn't care about that. So yeah, but here the other day in TV, I saw at morning TV, there was a specialist in social media and haters on social media, telling about who are those haters, who are they? And it turned out that the majority of haters is men, and it becomes quite some kind of a playground for when the first hate comment starts are there. It becomes a playground for haters, because then they want to overgo the first comment and say, oh, she stands something about, oh yeah, or then they quickly can start reading, writing something a little bit more worse, and that's why sometimes it just gets worse and worse, and that is actually, I see it as I think it's pathetic. I'm not ashamed. Like, it is the haters who are supposed to be ashamed of themselves. That I see it as almost like not almost, but like it is a social, psychological experiment for telling how badly raised they were, how badly manners they had, and like the hate comments tells more about the haters, the person who writes the comments, than it does about me, because I'm just out here having fun and doing what I like and posting videos. And if they have a problem with me, they could just scroll, like. But no, it becomes a playground, a hater's playground. I like that way of seeing it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video. Take care, have a good weekend. Yeah, I better say have a good weekend. Because I usually post my videos on Fridays, and that is the start of the weekend, right? So, bye.